Hello everyone. Hope you're having a nice day. Gonna be continuing some testing today. See how far we go. Uh, and yeah, we'll just see in general how this is gonna work out. Been doing some changes to the setup the last couple of days. So bunch of this stuff is new for me. Uh, just gonna check one thing before we get going. If I can actually. Okay, I fixed that. We can move the camera again. But before that, I'm just quickly gonna bind it to something that I have close by. Actually, I'm gonna use the mouse. Fuck it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna try and actually bind it to one of the farm sticks. Since we do have like a bit of spare room there. Let me just find it. I just need to look left and right. Okay, so let's say this is gonna be left. That one's gonna be right. This one's gonna be to look straight. There we go. Hopefully that's gonna work. Let me just check one more thing and then we can be on our way. Let's see if that works. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. I don't hate it. Right. I guess we should try and get some load going. No idea. I'm guessing it's Barstow where we're at. Uh, yeah, let's do that one. Should we go to Oregon? Hmm. Let's go to New Mexico. See how we get on. By the way, guys, if you do have any helpful tips and tricks, feel free to speak up. I'm not gonna take it against anyone. I want to try and get this looking as decent as possible for everyone involved, right? So, one part of the view is getting cut off like here because of my head. For now, we'll have to live with it until I figure out a better place to put the cam. And obviously, I'm too stupid to sit properly. Even when I lean all the way back, it's still a bit yeah. Should probably grab some fuel since we're at the fuel station. I'm genuinely curious how the cam is gonna work. Because yesterday I was trying to do some content with a typical webcam. Wasn't too happy with the screens and stuff. I forgot to remove the steering wheel. Fuck's sake. Right. Right. We're gonna fuel up. I'm gonna exit the game. Turn off the steering wheel. And then we'll continue with the actual drives. Okay. Yeah. That's the worst part. You need to exit the game to actually change the setting. Otherwise, it won't load it. And we should be fine. I'm more pissed off by the fact that the game takes like 7 days to actually exit. Right. Profiles. We were on this one. Switch the okay, fuck. That to 0. Save it, and we should be golden. I should have a truck without a steering wheel. I got my coffee here. In the bigger cup, we got some cold juice. So I'm good for the next few hours. I might actually have to figure out something with this arm because I hate the fact how it goes in front of the tablet that's showing the speedos. Then again, you know, trial and error. We'll get there. I also need to probably move this stick a bit more that way. Because currently I need to navigate to the keyboard between that and the mouse. I don't think that's gonna live long. That and the wheel, not that and the mouse. Jesus. My brain ate computing today. Yes, I know I'm bald. Trying to hide it. Okay, now we're talking. Some room there. Right. I guess it's time to hit drive and let's hit the road and see what shit we can get into. Roll down those windows. Right. Could have probably turned the other way to exit, but hey. Ain't nobody got time for that. One of the changes I'm doing is... Oh, that was a bit jumpy. I'm basically gonna drop music from the streams. I don't feel like wasting a bunch of time trying to get the sound to work properly. It's simply not worth the effort. Yeah, I'm not interested in any art, so... You know. I got the stuff I got. I'm happy with it. Maybe one day, if something comes out of all of this, I might invest into getting some art, but not at the moment. I just noticed that I replied to a comment that was deleted. Nice. Well, at least my bots are on top of the game. You know. Banning the spammers and shit. Basically, yesterday when I was trying to do some POV streaming, the webcam I was using was not really too happy with it being pointed at the monitors. In the meantime, I decided I'm gonna give something else a shot. So currently we're doing some testing with using an actual phone for the camera. At least on my OBS preview up there, it looks like it's working normally. It's not looking weird, at least for the moment. See how it is gonna go for the rest of the stream. Still trying to get used to like the huge field of view. Where's the marker? Forward. Yeah, Mirko. How's it going, man? You good? Yeah. Like I said earlier, my melon is kind of hiding half of one screen, but you know, I can't really remove the head off of my shoulders yet, so that's something everyone's gonna have to live with for a bit. I'm enjoying the vacation still. I had like, I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, not think I did actually have 3 weeks of vacation, so okay, thought we had some cones there, but we don't. And the hell is, oh, it's all the way behind. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks better than it did last night, right? I'm just curious how it's gonna look when it gets dark in-game. Okay, we need to reverse it in there. Jesus, this is a tight yard. How am I supposed to turn around? I need to figure out where to turn this bad bastard around so that I can actually try and get loaded over there. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a 5-point turn, because God knows I can't do it in 3 points. I got no idea where my trailer is going. Story of my life when reversing. Yeah, there we go. Trailer damage. Yeah, looks like we shoved one of those trailers a bit. But hey, at least now I can actually stick my head out the window. There we go. Almost hit that fire hydrant. Because why not? You know. Yeah, triple 27s. With a few bits and bobs on the side. And there's like a small 24 up there for me to be able to catch the chat, stuff like that. Yeah. Eye tracker free. Or head tracker as well. Apparently there is benefits to using one even if you're doing triples, but I don't see the appeal in it, to be honest. I mean, I can move the camera a bit like that, so we're not really all that. Concerned with those issues. Parking skills are for shit. As always. But like I keep saying, one day I'm gonna get good at this shit as well. Right. See, so far, at least here where we have some light still on the outsides, it already comes through better than it did last night. We'll see when we hit the road how it's actually gonna look. Even look in there now. Might actually bind one button for like the camera zoom when I want to look a bit better in the mirror. Not yet. I probably will at some point when I iron it out on ETS. That's probably gonna be a whole different beast of a game as well to play. Even the night drive looks better than it did last night. Yeah, trucking is just chilling now, man. I'm really enjoying the setup and everything. The good thing is, if I remember my stuff correctly, I should be able to just copy paste the settings from American Truck to Euro Truck when I get dialed in here. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna assume that even like getting the black stuff behind the screens does help with the immersion a bit. Here's the thing. Since I do need to test out how it's gonna look, let's play with the lights a bit. See if we turn that off. Okay, that was so weak that it didn't even register. Yeah, I'm gonna try and let's do it like that. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted, I could even like do this. And we can actually add a bit to that if we're going full red. Feel like in a fucking whorehouse, you know? Oh yeah. I need to check because currently behind me on a wall I have a bunch of nanolith panels, but I want to try and maybe put them on the wall next to me so that way I can use them as well as some light from the side. If you know what I mean. Just hate the fact that when I switch those to white, they go like bright as fuck. Because here's the thing. To change the LEDs that are above me, I need to use the app on the phone. The nano panels that are behind me, I can actually control with the Stream Deck. It has the integration for it. So there's that. So I don't think that preview thing on OBS actually does this justice. Actually gonna try and check what it looks like. very nice. Oh, stick it to the lane, you fucker. Yeah, this is much better than what it was last night. It does feel like the side screens are a bit overexposed, like white. I think that's only because like it's dark basically in game, so it kind of bleeds the backlight from the panel a bit more than it should probably. I'm gonna stick this here to keep an eye on it. Oh yeah, I bet it does. Like I said, I need to test stuff out, obviously. I know it's gonna be scuffed on some parts. It's gonna look decent in other. Hey, with taking into account the fact that the whole going to triples and switching to the POV type of thing, literally I spent 45 euros in the last week. Out of those 45 euros, 40 was for the monitor arm. And the other 5 was to black out behind the screens. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm actually quite happy with how this looks like. I mean, I can always like turn on the interior lights to get some more stuff on screen during the night. Yeah, I mean, for something that's being done like on a very tight budget, right? And trying to get stuff as good as possible with the funds that are available. I think it's going good so far. like I said yesterday, obviously some long-term plans are switch the steering wheel to something direct drive and go up a size in monitors. So basically go from 27s to 32s. Preferably matching ones. So that's also another thing you need to take into account with my current setup. There's like 3 monitors, and other than their size, there's no similarities between them. But some of them I got on a very, very nice discount, so you know, can't really complain too much. So basically we got on the left, it's a 1080p MSI IPS panel. I think it can go up to 120 Hertz or 140, something like that. So it's a bit higher refresh monitor. Straight in front, we got an AOC. That one's actually 2K. So that one's probably gonna pop out with the image quality regardless, even though I dumped it down to 1080. And that one can do up to 180 Hertz on the refresh. And so basically this one was like 100 euros. There was some sale happening. There was like 50 or 60 euros discount on that one. Is the reason why I got it. This one I got second hand. It was like an open box thing, so I consider it second hand. It was basically a return where I work. And then on the right we have an LG. It is 1080. If I overclock the panel, quote unquote, right, it can achieve up to 100 Hertz. And that one I paid 40 euros for. So that one's definitely a no-brainer on getting, right? I think I prefer it a bit darker, without interior light at the moment. I'm probably gonna do like one load now purely for testing, and then go and do some proper tracking a bit later. I have like a slight headache coming in, so I'm probably gonna go grab a nap, try and get rid of it. But yeah, so basically the game is still running 157. I like my mods too much to update. I did try Slab Jerry's 6VT something Detroit that he put out. It sounds nice, but I got quite bored of the sound by the time I finished one 400-mile delivery. And the headache's probably coming from the fact that I'm kind of late with my first coffee of the day. I'm usually on a third one at this point. But I was kind of busy and trying to sort everything, to do some testing before baby. Ooh. Bad time to type on the phone. But I'm expecting some packages and to have some updates on them. So hopefully those are gonna arrive before I finish my vacation. Basically, I'm waiting for some angled connectors for the audio interface over there so that I can tuck those cables in a bit more. And apparently the package is at my local airport, so whoop whoop. Oh, looks like we got some shit happening up here. Okay. Just gonna put that monitoring device back there. So I can keep an eye on how that actually looks. Hey there, Nicola. Hope you're good. I could probably tone down the lights above me a bit more. Oh. Apparently the GPS app disagrees with the in-game one. Wanted to take me off the highway there. Have to definitely check out how Euro Truck is gonna look with this. Yeah, so far it looks like everything is working as intended. Which is nice, obviously. That means everything is gonna be okay, at least for now. Okay, we have another pass. yeah, obviously, like Mirko said, we're no longer running head tracking. Yep, I did say yesterday during my first part of the test stream, right, that I foresee quite a few thousand miles being done. Because I obviously found a whole new love for the game. As stupid as it sounds, things like this do make a difference and a half. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it does look nice, Mirko. But yeah, we got us a nice sunrise coming. I can already see it's gonna look epic. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's face it, boys. Just look at that sky over there. Can't nobody tell me that's not looking awesome. Oh, that was a bump. Uh, Yeah, that was weird. Got no idea what happened there. I need to get used to that field of view. Jesus. I need to focus a bit more. I'm constantly looking everywhere except the screen. Don't know if it's possibly caused by the fucking headache that I'm feeling rolling in. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of this headache. So I'm actually just gonna drop into this parking lot. Do my thing, and I lost my trail of thought in the middle of that sentence. So that should tell you enough about what state I'm in. So the only logical thing to do is to stop, not force it. There we go. That sounds well good enough. Oh, I'm starting to slur my words again. Anyway, right. This was a bit of a quick one. I'm gonna go take care of my headache, and I'll catch you boys later. Okay? See you around.